Hi, ladies. I just want to make sure we're getting everybody on here. So I just went live on our team page too. So if you are on Facebook, say hi so that we could say hi to you. So I said hi to Julie. I see you on here, Monica and Amanda, Krista, Karen, and MDS Avon. Misty, is that you, Misty? I was just listening to some music because I think music is a great way to heighten the mood and get excited. And I'm super excited to be here with you. Oh, so does Misty. Misty and Sam. Yeah, I thought so. Oh, I'm so glad that you guys are here. Samantha, I just want to make sure you guys got that email sent because we'll see what happens. Oh, there you guys are, your pretty faces. Yay. Yay. And I saw you popped on. Hello. Okay, let me make sure I get here on Facebook because I don't want to miss you guys here on Facebook. Make sure I'm not on my personal page. I've done that before where I started sharing live on our personal page. It's not what I wanted to do.
Might have gotten a little hot.
Okay.
But it's okay.
Okay, let's see who else has popped on here. Marius, yay, good to see you on here. Okay, well, we had 26 people say that they are coming tonight, so I'm just gonna give it one more minute, and if anybody else comes on, and if not, then they will get the replay, because I will be sharing the replay because I think that this is going to be some great information. Okay, so I actually started to create like PowerPoint slides to share with you guys, but I get really bogged down by being creative in that kind of a format. So I got to figure out how to create PowerPoint slides and just make it a better thing. So I'm grateful for you guys for being on here. So this is the first session of our new representative mentorship. So this is something new that I'm doing and I'm really excited about it. So this is going to be a 4-week training. So every Wednesday, we're going to get together for an hour. I'm crossing my fingers to do it for an hour. We might go a little bit over, but I'm trying my best to keep it at that hour because I know that we are all busy and have lives outside of Avon. But these 4 weeks, the goal is to get you to build a good, strong foundation in your business. And if you've been with Avon for a while, maybe relaunching your business and getting started again. So actually at the end of our 4 weeks together, my goal for you is to have at least $200 in consistent customer sales. So that's 8 customers who are ordering $50 every campaign. When you have customers who do that, then that's actually going to put about $120 in earnings in your pocket a month. So that's my goal for you, and to have you become a star promoter, which is having your first team member with you. So that is my goal for you at the end of this 4-week mentorship. So really though, even if you don't hit those, that's totally okay, because it is really about the action that you take in this business. So it's not necessarily the results that you get, it is the action that you take in your business. So come every week for this month of February, and when you do every week, I will actually give you a completion gift for attending this new rep mentorship. So hopefully you will be able to do that. So let me just make sure I'm letting in a couple more people. Get my screens situated here. Hi, Anne Marie. Wanted to say hi.
Hello.
Yay. April, I see you on here. Excited to have you. And anybody here on Facebook yet? Or are we just quiet on Facebook? Let's redo this here. Well, it seems like we're working, so hopefully that is good. Okay, so I have an outline of things that I wanted to share with you tonight. And as I mentioned, this is the first time that I'm doing this type of mentorship. So I'm not going to be hosting it again until April. It's going to be every other month so that when you have your new team members start, they could come to this new rep mentorship. And so it's going to be the same thing every other month. So every, week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4. And so since this is the first one, I welcome any input, any healthy criticism. And I want to make this the best experience for you, for our team members. So I may send you a survey afterwards just to get your opinion, your input, because as a team, we're doing this together, right? It's not just me. Yes, I'm the leader, but we're all creating this together so that we can make our team as strong as we can. So, okay. So I'm super excited to have you here on this maiden voyage of New Rep Mentorship. And this training is going to be filled with tons of information and most everything that you need to know to have a successful Avon business. But everything that I share tonight and over the next 4 weeks, it's going to be a lot of information. So don't get overwhelmed. I think that it's really easy to get overwhelmed for me, especially when you are, trying to learn all of the things and really hit the ground running. But I personally really believe this is great info, and I have a good understanding of what it takes to build in this business, and I want to share it all with you. So with that said, take this all one step at a time, one day at a time. And you probably won't remember a whole bunch of it, but if you just continue moving forward and continue to learn, you will see success. So this business grows over time. So be patient with yourself, be patient with this process and this journey. And there's a ton of info, tools, resources. And like I said, it can be a little overwhelming. So just be kind with yourself and don't expect to know it all right away. Also, don't compare yourself to other reps that have been in this business for months or for years. Give yourself permission to be a beginner. Give yourself permission to be a beginner. Another thing that I want to share is make Google your best friend. So you know how you could ask Google questions? Ask them all of your questions, and I guarantee you will get an answer. For example, if you say, how do I get paid by Avon? Type that in Google and you will get your answer. There's going to be several different things, different ways you could get your answer. Video, blog posts. I'm sure Avon has a couple things on there as well. So make a Google your best friend. So, okay, week 1, what are we going to learn today? First, I'm going to give a little bit of recognition for our new team members. I'm going to share a little bit about my story with Avon. Then we're going to be talking about business 101 and launching your business. So I'm going to talk about some things on your profile, which are important to update. We're going to talk about brochures, digital brochures. We're going to talk about campaign mailer, which might be new to you. Talk about some business tools and some tools that you will find on our site, which might help you out. We're going to talk about compensation plan basics. So what does it really take to make money with Avon? We'll talk a little bit about how you get paid, how returns work. We're going to talk about whys and your vision, skills that you do need to learn in the business, a little bit of homework for you, and it'll be fun and easy. And then we'll open up for Q&A at the end. So how does that sound? Does that sound good to everybody? Yeah. Yay.
Yeah, sounds great.
Yay. And you guys could type in the chat too. If you don't want to pipe in, which you can, like this is like an open communication, open conversation. So feel free to ask questions as we go, or write down your questions so that we can answer them at the end, or type them in the chat and we'll make sure to get to them. And want to make sure we get everybody in here. Thank you, ladies who are sharing your camera. I love seeing your beautiful faces. Jane, April, Monica, yay, Misty and Sam, yay. Got kids there too. Awesome. Anne Marie, hi. Oh, it's so good to see your face. I know we've talked, but I haven't seen you. So, I'm so excited. Yay. Okay. So let me scroll up here on my outline. And as I said, since this is, the first week and I really am not great at PowerPoint presentations, hopefully next month, well, not next month, the next time I host it, so in April, I'll have PowerPoints happening, right? It's something to aspire to. We'll get better and figure this out as we go throughout the year. Priscilla says, I can't get it to load on my computer. Always have to use my phone. Are you talking about Zoom, Priscilla? Sometimes Zoom is just a little funny. You might have to install the app on Zoom, and maybe that'll help. Well, I guess, yeah, app on your computer. It really is a thing. So maybe we could brainstorm and troubleshoot together if you need to do that. Okay. All right, now let me scroll up here to see what we're talking about next. Okay, so the first thing I wanted to do is actually give just a little bit of recognition to some of our new representatives. So we've had a huge amount of new representatives who have joined our team and the business in the last several months. But I wanted to specifically give a congratulations to some of our top sellers who sold in campaign 2. And this is new representative top sellers. So these are people who have been in the business less than 8 campaigns, so for about 4 months. And our top new representative seller in campaign 2, which ended last week, is Monica, and she is on here tonight. She sold $363 in Avon in her 3rd campaign. So congratulations, Monica.
Oh, I mean, I'm a top buyer. Let's just put it that way.
The numbers are still showing that. And
just want to clarify.
All right. We also have Marisol. She is in her 7th campaign and she had $182 in award sales. Maureen, I don't think she's on here tonight. I knew she wasn't feeling very well, but she was number 3 and it was actually her first order and she was at $153, which is super exciting. And then we have Marissa on her 7th for $134. And April, who is on here tonight, she is number 5. It was her 3rd order and she put in $133. So well done. Number 6 is Jessica D. Rose. I don't see her on here, but it was her 2nd order. She had $101. Maggie Stelling at $92. Priscilla, who's on here, and she says, I'm a top buyer too. Well, her 6th campaign order was $90.95. And it's easy to be a top, personal shopper, right? When you're getting started, we'll talk about that too. And then number 9 on here, Amanda, with her 7th order, $83. Amanda, you're on here, so congratulations. And
thank you.
Yay, rounding out the top 10 for new representative sellers is Lynn, and she sold $71. So congratulations.
Wow.
And I also wanted to give just a special highlight, a special shout out to Monica. Again, she has her first team member. So she is a promoter now with Avon, and her team member, Maureen, she was number 3 in top sales for new reps. So congratulations, ladies. We're so excited for you, and good things are coming. So congrats. Okay, let me take a sip of water here. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about me and my story. I'll try not to talk about it for too long, but I think it's important to share. So my name is Jessica Zumbush. I have been an Avon rep for 15 years, which it's amazing how quickly it has gone by. But actually, the 15 years started before that. I sold Avon for a couple of years prior to that. I was 19 and I got an Avon book on my door. And I thought, oh, I love all the stuff that's in here. Never heard of Avon before that. And I went online to avon.com, entered in my info about selling Avon, just thinking, maybe I can make a little extra money. And I get a phone call from this lady and she says, hey, I'm going to be at your house tomorrow. 1 o'clock, will you be home? And I was like, yeah, okay, sure, I'll be home. And she comes to my house, and her name was Barbara. And she gave me books, and she says, okay, now you are going to be a representative. She made me fill out this contract and said, okay, it's $12.50 to become a rep. And she didn't even really ask me if I wanted to be a rep. She just kind of assumed that was what was going to be happening. So I was like, okay. And I wrote her a check for $12.50. And to be honest, I don't think she ever cashed it, because I think she realized that it probably wouldn't have gone through. I had just moved out on my own at 19, and I had no clue if it was really going to be going through. But so that was my first thing with Avon. And then after that, I was like a deer in headlights. I was like, I have no clue what I'm doing, what's going to be happening. And I would like miss her phone calls. I would like ignore her phone calls, ignore her emails. Horrible. I was like not very nice. But she never gave up on me. And she continued to call me and invite me to the meetings and share all about Avon with me. And that was like for a couple of years. I just, I don't know, I would go to meetings every once in a while, and they were fun. I would get free stuff, and that was cool. But, I was busy with my life. At 19, Avon was not really a priority for me. So I stopped selling for a few years, and then I joined again 15 years ago now. And at this point, I joined again because Barbara called me again and was like, hey, you want to come back to Avon? And so I did. And I started really looking at the products, and my goal then was really just to be a personal shopper. I didn't really have any intentions of making money or doing anything fancy with this business. I just wanted something to do. And so I did that for 7 years. And then I was in an accident where I had a 130-foot tall tree fell on my vehicle while we were driving down the road. And I ended up breaking 5 parts of my spine, had to have spine surgery. I had a lot of injuries. I have a traumatic brain injury. And at that point, I was no longer able to work. I was going to school. I was going to be a nurse. But after the accident, there was like zero chance for me to physically hold down a job. And even mentally, it just wasn't something that I could do. So Barbara kept inviting me to meetings, and she invited me to a convention, and it was in Las Vegas. And this is probably about a year after my accident. And I went to convention, and my eyes were opened. I saw like all of these women who have built these successful businesses in Avon, and it really just expanded my vision of what Avon is and what I can achieve in this business. And I was like, oh, I had no clue all of the opportunities that Avon could provide for me. So I got home from a convention, and I remember I was listening to like a training on the phone. That's how we had our trainings then. And I was in the bathtub. Might be TMI, but I was in the bathtub because I always helped my back because I still, had a lot of chronic pain from my spine surgery. And I remember thinking in the bathtub, I think I'm going to make this Avon thing work. I think I'm really going to try at this and see what I could do. I can't work a real job. So if I could work Avon around my disability, then I'm going to give it a go. And at that point, my husband and I, we actually moved to a new area here in Oregon, and I didn't know anybody. And so I was like, okay, well, I know that I really want to build my business online. And so I started making YouTube videos. I started a blog, and social media wasn't really, a big thing back then, but, it really is now. And so I was like, okay, well, I'm going to start doing those things. And it really took about a year before I started seeing success from my online efforts. So my YouTube videos, my blog, some social media. But in that time, I had thought, I'm new to an area, so I'm going to also build my business locally, traditionally hand out brochures. And I did one event. It was like a spring, I don't know what it was called, but it was like a spring event where, they have a bunch of vendors outside, and I had like a booth, and at that booth, I had about 60 people come up to my booth and enter in a raffle that I was doing for a giveaway. And because of that event, I was able to really get a good launching pad for my local business. And I was able to make President's Club that first year here in my area. So I'll share more about events and all of that next week. But all of that to say, what starts as little actions have led to big results. So now I sell over $35,000 worth of Avon every year. Most of that is actually online now. I do have several local customers, but the majority of my business is online. Our team now has almost 400 team members on it, which is super exciting. I've earned 8 vacations with Avon, all expenses paid vacations with Avon. And my husband did not have a passport before Avon. And because of Avon, he has used his passport so many times because we've gotten to travel. And with this business, it has been such a blessing to me because I haven't had to go back to work a real job. I'm able to do Avon on my good days and maybe a little bit on my bad days because it is still something that I deal with after my spine surgery, chronic pain, and memory issues and lots of things. But I'm able to work my business around all of that. So that's a little bit about my story. And I hope that it just inspires you to know that wherever you're at, Avon can fit into your life and you can make it work for you. My goal as a top seller and top leader is to share everything that I have done, everything that I have learned so that you can have success at your level. And whatever that success means to you, whether that is just being a personal shopper, totally okay. Because like I said, I was a personal shopper for 7 years. And because of the belief that my upline, Barbara, has had in me, has helped me get to where I am today. And I hope that my belief in you can do the same thing for you. So let me look at my notes, make sure that I'm sharing everything I want. fully support whatever you decide to do. So my next goals with my Avon business is to have our team be up to 500 representatives by the end of this year. So we're actually at about 400 right now. I also have a goal of earning the next destination Avon trip. We don't know exactly where it is yet, but I will always love the opportunity to travel and have Avon pay for it. So that's another goal for mine. And then another goal, my last goal that I'm really focusing on is actually to buy a second home where I live now. We're probably going to maybe rent out this house. We might sell it. We aren't for sure yet, but we want to move back into the Valley in Oregon, near the Portland area where all of our family is. My husband, he now works over there. So he's gone Monday through Friday, and I only see him on the weekends. And so have a big goal of living together again as a married couple instead of being separated. So those are my big goals, and I just want to be transparent with you so that you know what I'm working towards, and hopefully we can all work on our goals together. Okay, any questions before I move on? All right. Oh, I forgot I haven't pulled up Facebook here. Yay, we have a couple people on here. Yay, okay. All right, so let's talk about Business 101 and launching your business. One thing that I recommend that has really worked well for me is actually to get a binder. So you will have a lot of information from Avon, and I like paper, so I print out a lot of stuff. If you like everything digital, great, but if you're like me, get a binder and put everything Avon in it. It will help you stay organized. Get a notebook so that you can write everything Avon in it. I know for me, I used to write down like customer orders on, the back of receipts, on envelopes, on like scrap pieces of paper, and I would lose customer information, customer orders. So don't be like me. Get a notebook, get a binder, put everything in it. On my binder, I have like some of my visions, some of my goals of what I want to achieve, and it has worked well for me. Like on here, I have an RV, which my husband and I, we actually bought an RV and we traveled the US for 2 years. So this is like a map of the United States. So, these were like goals of mine, and I love it. Believe in your success. So that's my recommendation. Get a binder and keep everything in it. Okay. Another thing that I wanted to share is, I shared this last night on our team chat, is the first quarter workbook. And this is something that if you print out, it's filled with so much information. So I'm going to share my screen just so that you can see where to grab it. Let's see, here it is. Okay, so look, I made my mouse large, so hopefully that you can see it. So this is just on avon.com. And if you click up here up top, it says Avon U. So you click on that and it will pop up. I don't have to sign in again. Let's see. It will say, so down here on the right-hand side, it says Q1 2023 Planning Workbook. And you just click on this and it will open up, but it has everything you need for this first quarter in Avon. So this comes out 4 times a year, and it is just filled with such great information. So make sure you at least have this saved so that you can access it or print it out and put it in your binder. But there's things about goals. There's each campaign, there's kind of like a highlight of the highlight products that we should be really talking about with our customers. So we're already in campaign 3. So I just wanted to point that out because I think it is such great information. Another thing that I wanted to share with you is to go to your profile. So if you're just on avon.com, logged in, and see up top, it says, "Hi, Jessica." So it'll say, "Hi, your name." Go down to my profile. and click on that. And then it's going to give you a bunch of information. But here where it says preferences, and it says, let customers and recruits find me online. Make sure that says enrolled, because you have to enroll for people to find you online. And when you start your team, if you start a team, if this is not enrolled, they won't be linked to you. And it's a major pain in the butt to possibly get them linked back to you. So you don't want your efforts to go to waste. So under preferences, make sure let customers and recruits find me online. Make sure that says enrolled. Okay, any questions about that? All right. Okay, let me scroll up here. Stop this. Okay, so the next thing on my list is I wanted to talk about our brochures. Now, this may be old information to some of you, but I wanted to make sure that we talk about it, because we may have some people right now on our team who just started and have no clue about Avon. So like when I very first started when I was 19 and I had zero idea about anything about Avon, this would have been helpful to me. So our brochures are our main store, and this is the best known way for customers to shop our products. Every 2 weeks, we have a new brochure, and they are called campaigns. So we are currently in campaign 3, and this is the campaign brochure. And starting next week, we go to campaign 4, and I don't have a 4 here on my desk. I probably do, but I have like a pile of stuff right here. So next week we start campaign 4. Told you I had one. Campaign 4. And when we order brochures, it's important to know that we order 2 campaigns in advance. So like I said, we're currently in campaign 3. So we are ordering campaign 5 brochures so that we could get, ahead of the game, and we have the brochures ahead of when we start selling them. So each campaign has new products, new deals, and it's important to stay up to date with the brochures that we have. On the back of the brochure, there's a space for us to write our contact information so that people can contact us. I write my name, my phone number, and my online store address, the link on here. There is a place on here that says brochure effective until, and you're supposed to write a date in there for, how long the brochures are good for. But to be honest, I never write a date on there, because most of the time we could still get all of the products that are in the brochure. And if people find it and there's a date on it and it's past that date, they're just going to toss the brochure. Whereas we want them still to contact us. And if we can't get the product that they're interested in, we could usually find a comparable product or, something that they would enjoy anyways. So I never write a date on these. You can, it's up to you. Maybe test it out, see what works best for you. I learned very quickly that handwriting on all of my brochures, my info, would hurt my hands, and it's very time consuming. So I actually have purchased a stamp. I got it just off of Amazon. You could personalize it, and that way I just stamp all of my brochures, and it makes it so easy. I also have ordered labels. So like I get Avery labels, and I just print them out with my contact info, and I'll just put them on the back of the brochures. So those might be some options for you if you don't want to handwrite all of your info on your brochures. So speaking of brochures, there is an opportunity for you as new reps to get 10 brochures for free and 25 samples for free. So there is a thing called a new representative welcome training, and it happens every 2 weeks, and you're just in luck. It actually was this morning. And if you watch this new representative welcome training in 24 hours, you fill out a survey at the end of the training. It's super easy. It's like your name, your Avon account number, and a code word that they share during the training so that you can get free brochures and free samples. So when you do that, if you do that, I think you have to do it before tomorrow morning. Let me double check real quick. Tomorrow morning by 9 a.m. Pacific time, then the brochures and samples will be added to your order next Wednesday. So it'll be added in starting campaign 4. So I'm going to show you real quick where to go to find that training, and it's going to lead me into a couple other things. I have to jump off the call. Okay, thanks, Krista. Attorney Martin, what's your first name? I see you. What's your first name?
Had to unmute. I'm Desiree.
Oh, there you yes, that's
Desiree.
great. Well, nice to see you. Oh, and
I
I
use
love
this for court, so
oh gosh. Well, I love your necklace because that's
thank you.
Avon.
It's yes, it is the black
yeah.
and white that just came out. Gorgeous. I don't have the bracelets on, but the earrings, beautiful. Love it.
Yes, so pretty. So your question was, how new do you have to be for this thing? That's a great question. I'm glad you asked that because I didn't say it. You have to be in your first 8 campaigns with Avon, so your first 4 months. And if you have any questions about like where you're at, I'll tell you. So let me show you real quick where this training is. So when you're on avon.com, you click on manage business and then marketing and then calendar. And this is something that you should actually refer to often because this is where Avon adds important things for us to know. So like right here, it says new representative welcome training. And when you click on that, here is the link that you go to. And then it will show you the training. So it says here the A list. There's another way to get there. So if you see up here, it's actually highlighted in pink. It says A list show. Click on that and it's going to pop up right here for you. Oh, actually it's right here. New representative welcome. So yeah. Oh, it's right here too. Yeah. New representative welcome. So it's only 14 minutes long. So watch it and get your free brochures, free samples. So I'm going to go back to the calendar real quick because there was something else I wanted to point out to you. And that is live shopping. So every week, Avon hosts a live shopping event, and this is for you to share with your customers. And there's a topic that they give every week. So like this week, it's about self-love. I think that sounds kind of funny, but that's just me. But it says, be your own Valentine. Join us for tips and top picks to treat yourself, from luxe skincare to gorgeous new makeup to a bit of bling. And it says that there's an exclusive 24-hour offer for your customers. And what's exciting about this 24-hour offer is that you, as a representative, can take advantage of this also. So I had shared on our team page. Let me go here real quick to our team page. So this, oops. It was me earlier. This is the coupon code and offer for tomorrow. So your customers or you can get a 4 free-piece gift, free shipping for your customers, not for you. So when you have a $60 order, use code 60LOVE and you get this bundle of products. There's also this 6-piece set when you have a $100 order, your customers have a $100 order. And you get all this free stuff. So I just love being able to get free stuff. And I hope that you like free stuff too, because there's so many opportunities to get free stuff with Avon. So there's live shopping events usually every week. So make sure you know about that and your customers know about it as well. Okay, let me make sure I'm sharing all of that. Okay. Another thing that I wanted to share real quick is, speaking of brochures, We also have a brochure called the What's New brochure. And this is a campaign planning tool that you can use for your business. These are free, they come in your orders, and you don't ever want to miss out on these because there are selling tips in them, there are product previews, info to purchase products to try before they come out in the campaign. You also will learn from representatives. They have success stories in here. Take advantage of the demos and special offers in here. In these What's New, I want to point you to the first page in here. I think that this is really easy to miss, but there's a ton of info in here on the first page about the What's New, how to use it, the different sales levels with Avon, your earnings commissions, but really get to know your What's New for that campaign because, like I said, there's a ton of info. I always love reading the success stories and all the fun stuff. So I think, one that's coming out soon is about fragrances. So it had like tips about fragrance and selling fragrance. So it's great info. Okay. Another business tool that I wanted to share real quick is called the Buzz. And the Buzz is something that Avon releases every Monday. You get it in an email, but I always tend to go here on the webpage because it has the most up-to-date info. Sometimes they'll add stuff to it throughout the week, so keep your eye on it. It is this tab on the right-hand side that says The Buzz. You click on it. Oh, here it is, The Buzz. And it will have all these like new things that you need to know for the week. So this is this week's Buzz, but they do update it throughout the week too. So just keep an eye on it. So I talked about our paper brochures, but we also have a digital brochure. And this is what you could share with your customers because customers like to flip through the brochure. And if you don't have any paper brochures, you could share the digital brochure with your customers. They don't have to order online, but if they want to look through the book and you don't have one, this is a great thing to share. So it's just the digital brochure up here. You just click on that. And you'll see down here at the bottom, it says your shareable link. This is the link that you want to share with your customers so that they can get the brochure and just flip through it just like they have the actual paper brochure in their hands. One thing that I wanted to point out is if you are wanting to build your sales online, it's important to share the link to your digital brochure versus sharing your online store link. Sharing your online store link is great, but Avon has found that there is a 10% increase in sales when customers shop the brochure versus just going to your online store and kind of being like, oh, what do I search for? What do I want to buy? So sharing this link to your brochure is super, super important. Higher sales when sharing the brochures. People like to flip through the book. Oh, also, we have won awards for our digital brochure. So that means it's really good, right? Okay. If you are brand new, you may not know this, but typically we collect all of our customer orders in one campaign and submit it as one order during the campaign schedule. So that brings me to my next thing about the campaign calendar. The way to find the campaign calendar is by clicking on Manage Business and then Manage Orders. And then you'll see right here, it says Campaign Calendar. So you click on that and it lists out all of the campaigns for the year. There's also a PDF if you want to print it out and put it in your binder, which I have done. So like I said, we have a new campaign every 2 weeks. So typically we go from campaign 1 or campaign 2 in January, and our year ends in campaign 26. So you'll see all of these listed out here. So when it has like the campaign close date, so we're on campaign 3 right now. It started February 1st and the campaign closes on February 14th, next Tuesday. One thing that I want to point out is please do not wait until the 14th to place your order, because there are sometimes site issues, and then you won't get your order in. And if you're working towards an incentive or a goal, you could miss it because of site issues, and that's a pain. You don't want to do that. Also, when you order earlier in the campaign, there's products won't be out of stock. So order early. I typically have the same day every campaign that I put an order in. So because of the live shopping events that Avon has and the coupon codes that we as reps can take advantage of, I have switched my order date to Thursdays so that I can take advantage of the coupon code and get free stuff, either use it for myself or give it to my customers. So my customers know that every campaign, my order goes in, well, it's the second Thursday of the campaign. So really think about what day of the week works best for you to put orders in. And once you get on a routine and a schedule, your customers will get to know that, and oh, you're putting your order in today. I'll make sure to get you my order by Thursday, right? So train your customers to get their orders in. Let's see here. You can enter multiple orders during a campaign, but you will be charged a shipping fee each time. So just keep that in mind. Go ahead. Nothing? Okay. Let me take a sip of water.
Jessica?
Yes?
I had a question about using the brochure link instead of the My Store link. If we post the brochure link, does it still take the customer to our site so that they don't have to back out and go to our site to place an order?
Yeah, that's a great idea. So as long as you were sharing that link that I showed you, it should have your reference code at the end of that link. So, that's like your little bit of your name. As long as that is on the link that you send them, then they will automatically be added to your store. So when all the shopping that they do, that should be added to yours. So does that answer your question?
Yes, thanks.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I had mentioned let me close this real quick. I had mentioned a service called Campaign Mailer. So, and I'll go more into detail about this next week as well, but Campaign Mailer is a service where we enter in our customer information onto the site and they mail off brochures to our customers. So we have to pay them, of course, but it's cheaper than you actually doing it yourself. It saves you time, saves you money. So I'll share more about that next week, but just kind of something to think about. Also, customers, when they order online, there is an option for them to add a brochure to their order for free. So if you do have people ordering online, let them know to make sure to add a brochure to their order for free, so then you don't have to get them the next brochure. So
they don't automatically get a brochure with their orders like we do?
Nope, they do not.
Okay, that's good to know.
Yeah, they do not. So, okay. Whoa, we got so much still to cover and we have like 12 minutes. Okay, I'm gonna hurry. I did want to just talk about some business tools real quick for you. Bags. So you might not think, but you do need to order some bags so that when you deliver products to your customers, we do have things called popcorn bags. And in my opinion, they are like, I don't own any of them because they're very thin. They're very flimsy and I do not like them. They tear. You may like them because they are less expensive than our other bags, but I love our other bags. They are called, oh, hold on, let me grab them real quick. I think they're called like handled bags, but they're super nice. And I don't know if you could see them, but they're super nice and have handles and they come in all different sizes. I actually have many of my customers return their bags for me or to me So because they know that it costs money. So don't be afraid to ask for your bags back. But I think it just makes a nicer presentation to use these bags. It does cost more. So, it's up to you what you want to do. So we have popcorn bags, the handle bags. We also have these bags called, what are they called? Clear bags. I think that's what they're called. But they are these clear bags, and you get a bunch of them. And you could use these for bags, but you put a brochure in it, and there's a place, put the bag over a doorknob. But I use these all of the time, especially when I'm leaving brochures, for customers that aren't home, or I have a few other ways that I use these, and I'll share them with you next week. But these are really, really inexpensive. You could also put customer orders in here if you decided to do that. But those are the business tools that I really love. We also have I think we have ring sizers. We have, to determine what kind of rings are the perfect size for your customers. We have some other just fun business tools, to make sure you check that out. Amanda says clear literature bags, I think they're called. I think you're right. So that's been their name forever, but I didn't know if they changed it, so I don't want to say it. But yeah, I think they're clear literature bags. Okay. There's also a ton of samples you could get, and you could also get a bunch of samples for free, which we'll talk about soon, how to use samples instead of just putting it in your bag and giving it to your customer, which does not equal sales. So we'll talk about samples later. Talked about live shopping. I do want to point out I'm trying to hurry now. I did want to point out some incentives that I think you should know about. I am not going to go over the incentives with you, but I wanted to point you in the direction to check them out, because you do not want to miss out on some of the incentives that are available to you. So here on avon.com, if you click on Manage Business, Seller Central, and scroll down here to Incentives Hub, and it's going to list all of these incentives for us as representatives. If you have questions about it, let me know, because I'm happy to make sure that you are getting these incentives, because you work so hard already. I don't want you to miss it, just by a hair. I have built my business by working the incentives. The way Avon has designed these is that when you achieve these incentives, then you achieve bigger, goals with Avon. So I just wanted to point that out to you. Okay. Let's keep going. Okay. So I had mentioned that there are 26 campaigns in a year, and that is our sales cycle. So in a sales cycle in a year, you can achieve different sales levels with Avon. And I just wanted to point out real quick some tools that will help you kind of understand them a little bit better, and then I'll talk to you about it too. So if you go to Manage Business, here at Seller Central, there is a thing on here called compensation plan. Don't we all want to know what the heck we're getting paid for, how we're getting paid, and what we're getting paid for? If you go to, let's see here. If you scroll down here, it says President's Recognition Program. This is not what I wanted to show you. Hold on. Pause, give me a second. This is what I want to show you. Okay, you go to Manage Business, Seller Central, and go to President's Recognition. This is what I wanted to show you. So President's Recognition is when you achieve certain levels with Avon. So for example, the first level is called Premier. Premier is where you sell $5,000 in a sales cycle. So starting in campaign 1 or 2, just depends on what year we're in. Campaign 2 all the way through campaign 26. When you sell a total of $5,000, which equals about $192 a campaign, you will achieve Premier level. And when you achieve Premier level, you will earn higher commissions. You will get extra perks and incentives just for you. So achieving premier level is a fabulous first goal, first sales level to aim for. When you achieve premier level in your first year with Avon, your first 26 campaigns with Avon, you will be considered a rising star. And when you're a rising star, you get a lot of recognition and you get like this super pretty, beautiful pin. And you achieve pins throughout Avon. And like for me, they are one of my most prized possessions. So just keep that in mind because you will be achieving pins with Avon and they're really fun and gorgeous. So Premier Level is the first one. The second one is called President's Club. And that's where you sell $10,000 in a year. It's about $385 a campaign. And when you achieve President's Club, you are in the top 10% of all Avon representatives. You get 40% commissions all for the next year. So it's a huge honor to be part of President's Club. And honestly, if you're not in President's Club, you're not really making a whole lot of money with Avon. So working towards President's Club is what you need to do, I think. And it's actually as simple as having 8 customers who are ordering $50 every 2 weeks. So I just wanted to repeat that again. 8 customers who are buying $50 every 2 weeks. I had mentioned brochures, and in my experience, when I hand out 10 brochures to customers, I will get about 3 to 4 orders. So not every brochure gets an order, and that's okay. So, start thinking about those numbers. If you want to have 8 ordering customers, then you need to be handing out at least 20 brochures a campaign. And we'll talk more about that and those numbers next week as well. Okay, so here on this page, President's Recognition Program, if you scroll down, there is this 2022 compensation guide, and this is really fun. It just kind of goes over the commissions, what we're earning, and it also does go over some of the leadership side of the business because we earn based on our team too. So for example, I'm just going to go over this real quick. So this first top line here, it says promoter, and that's when you have one, do you see that? One person on your team, you're going to earn a 3% sponsoring bonus. And then when you get at least 2 people on your team placing orders, you become a star promoter and you will get a total of 6% off of your team. Now, that might not seem like a lot of money, and it's not a ton, but the higher you go up, the more percentages you are earning. So currently, I am a gold leader. And even though you only have a requirement of having 10 people place orders, we have close to 400 team members. But these are my percentages: 3%, 8%, 3%, 2%, 3%, 2%. So it adds up, and it can be very lucrative to build a team. So I just want to kind of give you just like a brief overview about that. Any questions about compensation, about any of the levels?
I do have one question.
Okay.
Like when we are placing our own orders and we are ordering for customers as part of our own orders, does all of our compensation from those things come off of our order total?
So that's a great question. So when you submit orders to Avon for customers that you're going to be delivering to, let's say a customer gives you $100 in orders. So you collect $100 from your customer, you enter it into Avon. Avon is going to charge you your discounted price. So as a new rep, you're going to earn 25%. So out of that $100, Avon's going to charge you $75. So you pay Avon that $75, and then the leftover $25 that you got from your customer, that's going to be your earnings. So that's how it works for like in-person orders. Does that kind of make sense?
Yeah, I got a little confused when I first started because I didn't realize, I guess, that there were people who were ordering through my store, and I didn't know that they had placed an order. So my balance on my card was going up, and I'm like, how is that happening? And so I wondered if there was some percentage that wasn't coming off of our order when we placed the order and going to that. But so anything that goes onto our card is online orders that our customers have placed directly, and that's our 25%.
Your card, you're meaning like your Avon wallet?
Yes. Yeah.
Yes. So your Avon wallet, that is for when customers order online and it gets shipped directly to them. So they pay
Right.
Avon, and then Avon pays you the commission through Avon wallet.
Okay. Okay.
So one thing on your online store is that you can have customers order online and have it shipped directly to them, and they pay Avon. There's also an option for your customers to add it to your order for you to deliver it to them. And when that happens, you collect the payment from them. Avon does not collect the payment from them. What I have done for my online store is on my profile, I have disabled the option for people to add items to my cart because I like my business mostly online. So the only option for them is to have it shipped directly to them, and they pay Avon, and I just collect them commissions. Does that make sense? I know that especially as you're first getting started, the whole getting paid by Avon thing can be super confusing. In fact, it is the #1 question that gets asked at our customer service number because it is very confusing. So if you have questions and you kind of want to like look at your account, you and I could do it together and kind of decipher it and figure out where your earnings are, where they're going, and make sure that you know what's happening. So, okay. Hope that answers your question. So we're at 6 o'clock. Well, it's been an hour. If you need to go, I totally understand. I know I had mentioned to several of you, I was going to do my best to keep it to an hour, but we're going over. So if you have to go, I understand. I will have a replay that I'll email out and you can catch up on the rest of it. But I'm going to keep going if you guys are all right with that. Okay, so I shared that one thing with you. There was one other thing about the compensation plan that I wanted you to know. Oh, I did show you this, the compensation plan. Here, if you just click on this, it actually gives you an overview. Is that what I showed you? Yeah, I showed you that one. But there's another one. President's Recognition Program. You scroll to the bottom. Oh, I love this. You could read stories about some of our top sellers. Scroll to the bottom, and there is this Celebrating You, the Beauty of Avon guide. Click on this. Excuse me. This is some really great info about, our founding story and just a lot about selling Avon. So it's just really some great info. Oh, here's that rising star pin. Isn't that so pretty? So yeah, it talks to you about that. So that's just a good resource for you to check out. So yeah, check out those things. Okay, I did want to touch on real quick about how returns work, because I know that this can be very confusing as well. When you have a customer who orders online and it's delivered directly to them, they are in charge of shipping it back to Avon to process the return. It's not ideal, but that's just the way it is. Unfortunately, we can't do anything, and they have to pay the shipping back to Avon to return the order. So just wanted to share that with you. If it is a customer locally to you that you need to process the return, then we ship it back to Avon. We pay the shipping, and we're in charge of all that. There is a training on Avon U about how to do returns. I have to be honest, they're not my favorite thing to do, returns, because I hate eating that shipping fee. When I was in New York 2 weeks ago now, we talked about there not being a shipping fee, a return shipping fee. I don't know if any changes will be happening, but just be aware that that is something that a business fee that we have to pay for. So, okay. Any questions before I move on to our last, just a couple things? You guys are champions. I love you guys. Okay. I did want to talk real quick about your why, your goals, and your vision for Avon. So I'm going to try not to go too far into it because I can kind of go off on a tangent, because I love having, your reason, your why, your vision for Avon be out in front of you and be very clear. As you are just starting with Avon, if you have no idea what your goal is or what your why, totally okay. I know mine has really changed over the years. And when I first started, like I said, I just wanted to be a personal shopper. I didn't have any goals or visions. So, but I do want you to just kind of start thinking about it, have a long-term kind of plan. So really think about something that may make your heart pitter patter. Travel for me, and traveling with my husband, that always lights a fire in me. So think about something that really gets you excited and out of bed, especially on the days that you really don't want to work your business, because there's going to probably be more days that you don't want to do your Avon than the days that you do. And like I said, your why is going to evolve over time. But I really want you to think about what you may want to achieve in the next 6 months. So we're in February, March, April, May, June, July, August. Where would you like to see yourself in the next 6 months? So think about this as maybe your first goal, and write it down. You are 42% more likely to achieve a goal that you write down. So, a good goal may be to be halfway to premier level. So having your sales at, $2,500. Now that's cumulative. That's not every campaign. That's close to $100 every campaign. So, really start thinking about that. And then for bigger goals, I want you to think about, what do you really hope and dream for in your life? So I challenge you to make a list of 50 things that you want to have in your life. And these don't have to all be physical things. They can be experiences, they can be memories, but 50 things that you want to have or do or achieve in your life. If you do this 50 things and you send it to me, I will send you my 50 things that I want to have in life. But I think it's a great exercise in expanding your vision, your dreams, and your goals. So, think about, if money were not an issue, where would you want to go? Where would you want to travel? What type of house would you live in? What kind of car would you drive? What would you be giving to people? What would you do for your children? Who will you be with? What will you be doing? And I know a lot of, well, especially me, I am motivated by money. And I don't know if that's great, but it's the truth. Money motivates me. So if you have a money goal of I want to earn $300, this month with Avon, then that's great. But I want you to dig a little bit deeper and think about, okay, what will that $300 allow in your life? Is it going to give you less stress for groceries? Is it going to be, having the security of knowing that your electricity is not going to be shut off this month? Do you want to have no guilt in treating yourself? So how do you see that $300 changing your life and affecting your family. Let me scroll down here. Keep going, keep going. Okay, lastly on this topic of why is I'm a huge believer in keeping your vision, your dream, your goal, your why out in front of you. So I every single day look at my goals and my visions, and I like to put them all around the house. So especially when there's a trip incentive, I print out the flyer that Avon gives us, and you could even look at the current incentives and print out some of those flyers so that you know what you're working towards achieving every single day. I print mine out, I hang mine on the bathroom mirror so that when I'm brushing my teeth and washing my face, I could look at it, and it keeps it just in front of my mind. You could put it on the screensaver of your phone. I have one printed out and I tape it up on my kitchen window. So when I'm doing the dishes, I can look at it and really think about, okay, you know, what will my husband and I be doing on this vacation? You know, what are we going to be seeing? And I have done this for several years and it works. I promise you it works. So really think about where you can keep your goals out in front of you. Okay. Like I said, oh, I know it sounds a bit crazy, but it works. 3 more things and we're done. Okay, the next thing I just want to share is I'm giving you a little bit of expectation about what happens in this business. So you are going to have highs and lows in this business. There will be times of struggle and you will want to quit. So I'm just telling you right now, you are going to want to quit, but stay with it because the rewards are so worth it. And you'll probably be back if you quit because this business can change your life if you let it. So I named our team Grit and Grace. And I wanted to give you the definition of grit. It's to have determination and courage to push through any challenge or obstacle that is thrown your way until you succeed. And then grace. It's all about being kind and understanding to yourself rather than engaging in self-criticism when you have setbacks or when you feel bad about yourself. So just, you know, kind of keep those in mind because you are going to have obstacles and you want to keep pushing through. And for me, I have really struggled with being kind to myself and letting that self-criticism get to me when I make mistakes or when I, really struggle. So have grace for yourself. You likely in this business will hear the word no. And it always hurts to hear no. I don't think that it really gets any easier, but I want you to do something for me when you hear no. First, celebrate because that means you're taking action in your business, which is huge. But I also want you to do a thing. And if you guys are still with me, I want you to stand up, like get out of your chair, stand up. I don't care if I can see your face or not. Stand up. And I want you to put 2 fingers in front of you. And I want you to put one up in the air and the other one down by your hip. And then when you hear the word no, I want you to do the negativity dance. And it is to push your hips out and do this. So put your hands up in the air, your hips down, do negativity dance. Because when you hear no, and then you do the negativity dance, you're not going to be upset anymore because how can you be upset when you're doing the negativity dance, right? All right. Well, I hope you keep that in mind when you do have challenges or hear no. Okay. 2 more things. Skills that you're going to learn and need in this business. I have 6 skills that we will be going over in the next few weeks. 1 is finding prospects, so finding people to talk to share our Avon business and our products with. Number 2 is asking if they are open to our products or our opportunity, so how to share our products. Number 3 is sharing or presenting the products or the opportunity. Number 4 is following up. Number 5 is helping them become a customer or a representative. And number 6, if they become a representative, is helping them get started right. So those are the 6 skills that we are going to be going over and are like the perfect foundation to be successful in Avon. Okay, so I want you to think about your Avon business like a boat, a big boat in the water. And your job is to have as many fishing poles in the water as you can, because the more poles that are in the water, the more fish you will catch. So ask yourself, where can I have my poles? And we're going to go over, some of this, obviously, in the next coming weeks, but your fishing poles can be things like doing live events, social media, being on different platforms on social media, going to a networking event. And hopefully in the next couple of weeks, I will share with you, 5 or 6 polls that you can have out at a time that are going to work for you. So everybody has different polls in their boat, and you just have to find which polls are going to work best for you. So what activities you will like to do. So we'll talk more about that as we go on, but just think of that as, a big boat. This business is all about talking to people, sharing our products and our opportunity. The more conversations you have, the more sales you'll have, the more team members you will have. So there's 2 ways to do it. We can prospect, which we are going out and talking to people. You could also do marketing, which is where people will come to you. And we'll talk more about those so that you can determine what works best for you. Job is to talk to people, introduce them to our business, our products. Our job is also to get a lot of no's. So do your negativity dance. Okay. The last thing that I was going to do is share with you this water pump analogy about building momentum in your business. So I'm reading this book. It is called Building an Empire, and it's by Brian Carruthers. And it says the most complete blueprint to building a massive network marketing business. I always love reading about this business and getting better every day. So I just wanted to read this to you real quick. It says, to convey the importance of being consistent in your business efforts, so having your poles in the water, is the water pump. So to get water out of a deep well with an old-fashioned water pump, you start pumping the lever. You pump and pump and pump until the water finally starts flowing. Once the flow starts, it takes less forceful and less frequent pumps to keep it flowing. And that water will keep coming as long as your hand keeps that lever moving. That's exactly true to form in your business. At the beginning, it's your hand on the lever pumping hard and fast. Soon enough, you could ratchet back a little, but you cannot let that water retreat back down the pipe. Eventually, once you've developed some great leaders on your team or have some great customers, you will be able to put their hands on the lever and you won't have to pump as hard. And that will keep the flow going so that you can have more freedom without your income flow stopping. So I just wanted to read that with you because I thought that was so true. There's another book. It's called The Compound Effect, and it's by Darren Hardy. And if you want to really learn about the business, read that book because it will change your view of all of it. And I will always have books to recommend because I love reading books. Okay, so that is the water pump analogy. And I do have a little bit of homework for you guys. And some of you may have already seen this, and some of you may have not, and that's okay. Let me share my screen real quick. Share screen right here. This is a new representative checklist. So I have emailed this out to you when you first started, but I will also attach it to the replay so that you can have it. And in this checklist, it just has some great things to really set you up for success in your business. So some of these things are like connecting with Avon on social media. Some of you have scheduled your welcome call already. Like I talked with Maureen today. So do that with me because I want to get to know you and have a partnership with you. Take some some lessons in Avon U. Let's see here. Get a binder. Hello, get a binder. On here it says start your who do you know list, and your homework tonight is actually to go through this checklist, and when you do finish this checklist, I will send you some goodies when you let me know you finish it. And specifically, I want you to really think about your who do you know list. And this is to make a list of 50 people that you would invite to your wedding if you were getting married next week. There is a contact list here to help you. You could just click on it. Now, listen, I'm not going to say you need to contact every single person on this list, but I think just creating the list in itself is going to get you to really think about your network. And, even asking them for referrals. So don't worry, I'm not going to pressure you to contact all these people, but just make the list because it's going to be like a good thing for you. And look, I made a list thingy right here for you. So who do you know? There's 50 spaces on here. So your homework tonight is, if you choose to accept it, is to do your new rep checklist, specifically the who do you know list. And it is 6:20. I'm done with all of my spiel. And if you guys want to talk about anything, have questions, now is the time. Well, it looks like I've answered all of your questions, and you guys are all going to be superstars, right?
I have a question.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I came in late. I got here when I could, but
I got your text message, so I'm glad that you were here. I just hadn't had a moment to respond to it. So
no, you're fine. When you just said binder, and then you've also said replay. So you're going to send out a replay of anything I missed anyway, and you explain this binder thing. I'll just watch for that.
yes, I'll just show you real quick.
Okay.
It's really simple. It's actually literally just get a binder, put all of your Avon stuff in it, put your vision, your why, your goals on the front of it. You're going to get a lot of papers from Avon. I mean, your what's new, your campaign calendar, a couple of things that I will be giving to you over the next few weeks. Your new rep checklist you could put in here.
Gotcha.
So that's it, just a binder. It's really nothing fabulous, but I used to lose customer info and customer orders because I wasn't organized. So having a place to put all of my Avon stuff was super good for me. So
That actually brings up the other question, and that is, do you feel like it's important to just go have one specific email for your Avon? Like you don't feed it into your personal stuff because it's going to get lost in there, right?
agreed. Yeah. Do create a whole separate email just for Avon. I totally recommend that. That's what I do, because then things won't get lost. And yeah.
All right. Thank you.
You are welcome. Okay, my friends. Well, I have to say, I'm super proud of you for coming tonight and committing to your business and learning some new things. I hope and pray that it was helpful to you. And like I said, we're doing this together, right? We're creating this new rep training mentorship together. So if you have suggestions about what to take out, what to add, anything that you really want me to cover or think that it's important to cover, please let me know, so that we can make this the best that we can for our team and for each other. And I'm super excited to see where we go together and what we can achieve this year together. And I am just grateful for you and grateful for you coming tonight. And I hope that the next 3 weeks now, well, 4 weeks together, I hope that it will just really inspire you to achieve your goals and dreams with Avon, because I'm living proof it can happen, and this business can change your life if you let it. And I'm excited to partner with you. So that's it. Thank you guys so much for being on here, and you know how to get a hold of me, hopefully, if you need anything, and we'll talk soon. All right. Okay. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye. Thank
Bye.
you.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Thank you for being here.
Bye.
See ya.